Number 2, Brianna Crappin. Number 7, Sana Franklin. Number 9, Ara Andrews. Number 12, Amy Crosby. Number 13, Lauren Allen. Number 17, Kimberly Trafford. Number 19, Gemma Lawson. Number 20, Holly Felton.
Really bad.
Number 27, Caitlin Higgins. Number 28, Montana Chris. Number 6, Kathleen Davis. Number 11, Nyla Bradley. Number 22, Lee Cannon. Number 29, Josie Fisher. Number 30, Jacqueline Marshall. Number 31, Rebecca Johnson.
Yeah, Elodie's just like, and I was like, oh, I went down, I was like, it was just, actually pressing. Yeah. It was pretty good, but I can't lie. That was the whole, like, just so many why. And we went to the 4-4-2 and we overloaded them in midfield and they were like, they did not deal with it, but they were a bit like, oh, hang on a minute, like, yeah, well, because of the extra, like, their midfield is set. Yeah. Well, Dad said at half time, and then said, oh, I can't get off the ball, like, what do I do? And obviously, we've gotten tired because we haven't played that much. How are you going? How do you like, you're playing uni? Yeah, no, it's good. Is it good? It's fun? Who are you playing? We won the first one. Okay, not bad. And Cook still won it?
Yeah.
Was it by much?
6 points because we beat them.
Okay, so finals might be. Oh, I'd like to see them not. I'd like they're everywhere. That's sort of the vibe you get when they're just every week there's stuff. It's like, okay. Good luck. That's why I can do that stuff. How does he know? Everything just gets around us. So there's no, yeah, maybe. I will be different. We got a house actually yesterday. Yeah, in like the middle of the city, really good spot. So I'll go play home and like step back, but and if I really care about the world, I'll figure it out.
Hopefully the fourth will check them.
Alright. Oh, we're off.
I think so.
Yeah. We'll let you down.
Yeah. I think I've got it like 3 times, like once I've had chairs. It's pretty tight to squish, to be honest.
Are you right standing there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want us to put this chain? I don't know where it goes though. I think it's decoration. Oh, do you hook it in there? Yeah. Just, I don't know how much that's going to help
it's
though.
Not really.
It's just a reminder. Even
Yeah, walking out. Okay, wait, I need to check the grid of what they're going. Charlie O'Connor now ruled out with illness. The Maitland physio who me and...
Oh,
do you know Chris? Yeah, you know Amy. Yeah, me and Chris get updates off her all the time. Are you just taking that as if... So... Winner goes grand final, winner plays... Yeah.
Yeah, the winner.
So the loser of today plays the winner of tomorrow's. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think it jump on? Yeah, let's do it.
Number 1, Annabelle Thornton. Number 14, Willow Neal. Number 18, Talia Costa.
Are they just...
Number 10, Joseph Crawley. Number 20, Liz Cloud. Number 8, Sophie Donati. Number 23, Georgia Raymond. Number 11, Sophie Stapleton. Number 14, Renee Chouchy. Number 6, Elodie Dad. Number 3, Marion Dunbat.
Did you hear that?
Number
Can you hear me?
22, Georgie Williams.
Can you hear me?
Sponsored by Gonzara Medical. Number 26, Hope Clare. Number 32, Natalia
No,
Rodriguez.
we can see like this.
Yeah.
Number 9, Deanna.
Oh no, you're right.
Number 29, Maya Schofield. Number 2, Charlie O'Connor, sponsored by Black Hotel. Number 13, Alex Tagalurian. Number 17, Sophie Johnson.
Oh, famous. Oh, Charlie was never on here anyway.
Oh, I thought I had her on the bench.
What did you?
Yeah, yeah. Excuse me. I can't hear anything. Just give me a second, sorry. Yeah, that's right. We can't hear each other through the headset.
Hello?
I'll ask Benji or check, so they'll be looking to it.
You focus on this and I'll message in the group
Yeah.
just so they know.
Yeah, usually it's one of those.
So the settings are same as it was before, and there
Oh,
was
yeah.
an issue when I shoot as was last week. Not too sure, so I just gotta check with our technical team.
Sicky! Nice.
So they are saying that there should be a separate headphone speaker becomes here they can adjust audio. Can you try to adjust your audio? Do you know how to do that?
No.
As in on here?
No. Just give me a second.
Do you want me to move the camera while you take a photo of that?
Have you got experience with it?
No, but I can follow the ball.
Okay.
So they're saying that they can sort it out later on, but you can still continue on it.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Cook Square Park. Apologies for the delay. A few issues here, but we are underway, and I'm Harry Scobie, delighted to be joined by Serena Carter for this one. As I said, apologies for the delays. We get back on the attack here with Maitland, who has started this game strongly and cleared out of play. So, major semi-final time here at Cook Square Park. The winner progresses to the grand final. The loser of today plays the winner of tomorrow's clash between Brubino Magic and Lake Macquarie. As I mentioned, I'm Harry Scobie, delighted to bring you all the coverage alongside Serena. Serena, we haven't been able to commentate the start, but it's been a fast start by both teams.
Yeah, we've already seen both teams trying to get on the ball. It's going to be a very competitive match. Both teams very passionate, and we'll want to go straight through to the grand final. I don't think either team will want to rest next week. Oh, we'll want to rest next week, sorry. They won't want to try and play and have to gamble anything.
Certainly won't, and a beautiful afternoon for football at Cook Square Park. As Maitland straight away on the attack, let's quickly go through the lineup for the home side in Maitland. Number 1, Annabella Thornton. Number 3, Marion Dunbabin. Number 6, Elodie Dagg. Number 8, Sophie Nanatovic. Number 10, Josie Morley. Number 11, Sophie Stapleford. 14, Renee Poutney. 15, Will O'Neill. 18, Talia Gosner. 20, Elizabeth Clowes. And 23, Georgia A. Mess. A pretty strong lineup for Maitland overall. Here is one of their key players this season in Stapleford, who wins the free kick. And now quickly for New Lambton. Number 1, Isabella White, replacing Janali Haynes, who hasn't been between the sticks for New Lambton for a couple of weeks now. Number 2, Brianna Trappett. Number 7, Zana Franklin. Number 9, Tara Andrews. Number 12, Amy Gosling. 13, Lauren Allen. 17, Kimberly Trappett. 19, Gemma Lawson. 20, Molly Salvador. 27, Caitlin Pickett. And 28, Montana Quick. So, back to the action we go as we are into the early stages of the first half here. And here is Talia Gosner back in the starting side this afternoon after sitting on the bench last week. This is a good run from Salvador down the right-hand side. Has Allen in support. Trappett trying to flip it over the top. Bigger that was, sorry. Out to Dagg. Infield to Stapleford, who has space out on the right. Can't find Georgia Amos. And thumped out of play by Gosling. So if you are only just joining us, apologies for the first couple of minutes. A few technical issues here at Cook Square Park. But final fever has certainly hit in the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's Northern New South Wales. And it all starts here on what is a brilliant surface for football. Maitland have played some of their best football on their home turf this season. Only the one loss this season, that did come against their opposition today in the Golden Eagles. That was at Alder Park. All the way back in round 16. And these two have gone neck and neck at each other all year. Serena, Maitland started off the season really well. We saw them emphatically beat opposition by quite comfortable margins. But in the last few rounds in particular, as this one sent in, Isabella White claims, as the season's gone on, teams have started to figure out Maitland a little bit more.
Yeah, by the end of the season, there was only 3 points deciding them. But I'd say one of the biggest factors when you look at the table is probably their goals against. Maitland only conceding 11, with New Lambton conceding 29. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams try and displace that today.
massive battle for the defences this afternoon. Maitland, so strong defensively, up against a New Lambton side that has certainly grown into their defensive structure, picking up 2 clean sheets in their last 2 games, a 4-0 win over Lakes in round 20 before rounding out the season in style last week with a 10-0 win over Newcastle Olympic. So they're certainly scoring goals, but also keeping them out. As that is a throw in the way of New Lambton. Tara Andrews heavily marked up top by Talia Gosnar. Josie Morley, that's going to be a eye-catching battle between those two. It's now to Stapleford. Up the line now, searching for Poutney. Times the run to perfection and goes over the byline for the first set piece of the afternoon, going the way of the home side. Great play by Maitland early on. Now they find themselves with a golden opportunity to take the lead. They have shown at times this season their ability to work it short. This one looks to be sent in the box before Maitland bodies can make their way forward. Stapleford and Nanardovic outside the box. This one to be sent in by Dag. Has a good amount of height behind it. Headed away by Andrews. It'll fall to Nanardovic, who sends it back forward. But thumped away by New Lambton. Still with Maitland's number 8, who lifts it into the back post. Golden chance. And Amos couldn't bring it under control, but she was offside in the process.
Yeah, seems to be a few mind games happening already. People going down in the box from corners, bit of pushing and shoving. So it'll be interesting to see if that continues on for the full 90.
Undoubtedly, that's the closest either side have come so far in this game. Amos, so just a little bit too adventurous getting in behind Maitland. Sorry, the New Lambton defence. As this one sent forward, searching for Lauren Allen. Her and Tara Andrews are out there this afternoon. Cass Davis on the bench. It was the first time, last weekend was the first time Davis, Allen and Tara Andrews have started together this season for New Lambton. Obviously Cass Davis a mid-season pick-up. Lauren Allen spent time in holidays in that later part of the season. But it's been Tara Andrews, it's been the consistent as ever up top for New Lambton, and a massive part of why they are where they are. It's now sent forward up the other end with Maitland. Stapleford chasing this one down. Has Dag in support. New Lambton looking to corner Maitland here. Dag to Nanardovic. She spins away from Pickett. Sends it out wide to Neil. Neil to Amos. Georgia Amos looking to thread it through there to Dunbabin. She's another one who's played a massive role in this Maitland side this season. Dunbabin scoring on the final day of the regular season last week against her former side in the Buds, where Maitland ran out 3-1 winners. Certainly can play number 9, Dunbabin, but better suited to a midfield position this afternoon as Poutney lays it off to Stapleford, who sends it forward. White brings it to ground for the Golden Eagles. Both benches relatively quiet so far. It's now a touch looking for Lauren Allen, who's dispossessed. Dunbabin pinching it back. Amos now to Neil. Maitland just dominating the early possession here, Serena.
Yeah, that's more their style of play versus New Lambton anyway. Maitland like having possession, slowing down the play, happy to switch it from one side to the other in their back line, whereas New Lambton will be happy to sit in a bit of a lower middle block and absorb the pressure a bit, and they'll look like now with this quicker transition where their back line will try and find those quick forwards in behind as soon as they can.
That was a story when the two sides met back in round 16. A little bit of concern over Stapleford, but she's back to her feet now. That round 16 game where Lauren Allen grabbed a brace to hand Maitland their first loss of the season. It was simply hit on the break, pinch it off New Lambton and score, and that's exactly what they did. And they'll be hoping for more of the same this afternoon.
And Maitland was tested in a similar way to against Adamstown last week, I would say. So they should have had some practice last week in going up against a lower block and how they can find those ways through and over. We'll see how they break it down now.
This one sent in, it'll go all the way through. Willow Neal opens the scoring for Maitland out of absolutely nothing. The home side draw first blood here at Cook Square Park. That one just sailing in the air. And it had too much height on it to beat Isabella White. And the Magpies, they take the lead 1-0.
Maitland FC 1, New Lambton 0.
An incredible goal from Willow Neal, Maitland's right back, who has been so consistent for them this season. And you could tell the reaction from the Maitland crowd here in attendance, just watching that one sail over Isabella White. And there is a healthy attendance in the crowd today. Certainly the home faithful enjoyed that one. And now New Lambton with all the work to do. Pass picked off by Morley. Picked off though. Here comes Montana Quick. Feeding it through to Andrews. Allen sends in a teasing cross. There is the goal scorer, Neal, who's looking to clear it. It comes back in. And it calls Annabella Thornton into action for the first time this afternoon. A good response, though, from New Lambton after just going behind. Just a little stat as well for those playing along at home. The last time Maitland lost at Cook Square Park on a Saturday was all the way back in 2024. So a little fun fact for those keen to hear. It was New Lambton who were actually the opponents that day that knocked them off 6-3. And Tara Andrews with a brace that day, as well as a brace again to Lauren Allen. So it's been a good rivalry between those two down the years. Maitland have really made this place a fortress in recent times. New Lambton looking for a response. Here's Montana Quick. Back to their captain in Gosling. Throws it through. How important is service going to be in terms of getting Tara Andrews into the game for New Lambton today, Serena?
Oh, it's going to be incredibly important. We saw how many goals she scored last week for them and over the whole season. And not only is she an important goal scorer, but she sets up so many of their goal scoring opportunities. So finding her is an important part of their play. But also, if she's able to come deep and draw in some of those central defenders for Maitland, it opens up those gaps for those fast wingers they've got in Trappert and Allen to get in behind and make great opportunities for them as well.
She's leading the line for New Lambton this afternoon in support there as well. She has the lights of Caitlin Pickett, and those two looking to combine here. Pickett's in behind Josie Morley, bearing down on goal with only a few options making their way forward. Allen's one of them. Pickett deciding to go herself, and that one will roll into the hands of Thornton. A fast break there from New Lambton, though. That's predominantly how they're going to look to hurt Maitland here this afternoon.
I often see Pickett playing on the left for them, so seeing her in this 10 position, going through those gaps that Tara's creating, essentially, I'm really enjoying that play between the two of them.
Up the other end we go. Stapleford looking to get a side of Salvador. She wins the corner, and the fans certainly enjoyed that one as well. Now Dag to take, as Maitland send their two centre-back pairing in Gosner and Morley forward. Talia Gosner picked up a hat-trick of headers when Maitland beat Newcastle Olympic earlier in the season. That one coming in round 5, and she's one of many Maitland players in the box now. As it's sent in by Dag to the front stick. Salvador gets it away, not as far as Nenadovich, as she cuts inside one and takes aim at goal. Still alive. Stapleford shoots, and that one on her left foot, never troubling Isabella White between the sticks. But you feel Maitland are really growing into this game, Serena.
Yeah, they've definitely had the better opportunities of the game and are being quite relentless down this end.
So now New Lambton to bring it out from the back, deciding the long ball is the way to go. It's picked off though, Dunbabin. Ames down the right-hand side, but great interception there from Trappett. She can look to start a counter here for New Lambton. New Lambton just a little bit impatient with the ball so far. There's that one, Mr. Salvador. Out wide now to Stapleford. The former Newcastle Jet. Sophie Stapleford retreats back through Morley. Dag to Gosner. Maitland just searching for a breakthrough. Happy to use their goalkeeper in Thornton as they have all season. Thornton incredible to have at Maitland's disposal is this one. It's a run from midfield from Nenadovich as she looks to get a shot away. That she does, and it's gone in. That's a goal from the very top order from Maitland's midfielder, Sophie Nenadovich. Makes it 2 for Maitland.
What a finish from Sophie, but a great delivery from Gosner from the back line. She saw New Lambton slowly coming up and weren't quite joined in whether they were pressing, whether they were holding, found that space in behind, and it was a great ball. But Sophie top tier in her finish.
She's been one that I've noted as one of the best midfielders in the comp, but also not on the ball, but defensively as well. She knows her role very, very well. I think we mentioned it last week in commentary, her threat with the ball, but also massive presence there in the midfield for Maitland. And that are 2 goals now for the Magpies that have come in the air and beat Isabella White. And interesting to see Cass Davis has started to warm up for New Lambton. We're only early days into this contest. Maybe Craig Atkins thinking of introducing the Newcastle Jets A-League women's captain as quickly as possible. Morley now to Clouds. Little dink looking for the advanced run of Dag. Now Dunbabin can look for Amos. The pass doesn't hit the mark. Trappett now bursting forward for New Lambton. They need something to do the Golden Eagles. Franklin out wide. They've worked this nicely, but the final pass from Kimberly Trappett wasn't on. Here she goes on the follow-up, bursting forward up against Neal. Slips momentarily though. Maitland can win it back. Maitland quite aggressive in their press. Franklin's attempted pass in the air forces Dunbabin, and Neal can search for Amos, but it rolls out of play. Maitland have never won a major semi before in their time, so as it stands, they are currently breaking a couple of records here this afternoon.
But they are looking very comfortable in this position on home ground. You can see that it really plays into their game. They're using the width really well. They know how fast to play the ball on this thicker surface. It's really a home ground advantage when they play at Cook Square Park.
That one sent forward, but into the hands there of Thornton. As you can see, the Maitland faithful that have turned out massively here today. A beautiful afternoon for football after a few morning showers across Newcastle.
And I'm sure it'll look similar tomorrow as they host the men's in their final.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon, Maitland doing battle. Nenadovich now switching play. Maitland started this game so well, but that offside flag is raised against Sophie Stapleford, who Well, you could say was a huge factor in why Maitland picked up the premiership. Her goal against Broadmeadow Magic was a massive one to round out things. Second last round of the season when they travelled to Magic Park. Her late winner was the difference. And I think it was some crazy stat last week like New Lambton had to score 33 goals to actually clinch the premiership. It was always in the hands of the Magpies.
They did a pretty good job scoring 10. Put a good effort into it.
Yeah, they certainly shocked a few people, that's for sure. In case you missed it, 10-0. New Lambton ran out winners last week at Alder Park against Newcastle Olympic. So a massive rebuilding phase for Olympic as well heading into next season. Now Gosner's ball searching over the top for Stableford, who might get there. There's confusion between New Lambton's defence, but luckily Salvador coming across. She's been another one that's been super impressive for New Lambton this season. And she was there at a vital time there.
She has been excellent for them this season. She's such a dynamic player. She's the last one to clean up in defence, but she'll also be one of the ones in the attack, creating it, getting a ball in. She's up and down this right side for the whole 90 minutes.
Andrew's little flick, finding Franklin, whose ball out wide is a nice one. Allen flicks it on. It beats Morley momentarily, and Pickett looks to get a side of goal, but the recovery challenge, how about that from Morley? Now Ames, clever footwork to find Dunbabin. Dunbabin to Nenadovich, beats her but finds Clowes, and she can reset through Morley as New Lambton get their shape back. Tara Andrews still yet to score against Maitland this season. New Lambton have only scored 3 goals against the Magpies this season. And they have not unfortunately come the way of New Lambton's number 9. Aaron Allen and Pickett, the only goal scorers there. There's confusion there between Dunbabin and Dag, but that pass from midfield from New Lambton goes back to the Maitland defence.
I'm interested to see how long New Lambton stay in a lower mid-block, being 2-0 down, when they gamble to press a bit higher and try and win it higher up the field. We'll see. I think we're seeing bits of it now, trying to win it, but yeah, we'll see how long they stay disciplined and decide to stay in that shape for.
Pountney's ball, searching for Stableford, who makes contact with it, and Amos's header coming back to where the initial cross was from. Those two have been so dangerous in wide areas for the Magpies this season, nearly combining again. Now it's with Clowes. Nenadovich to Morley. Amos's little flick is a nice one. Finding Dunbabin, who sends an early ball in, can't beat Lawson. Now Lambton can pick up and look to start an attack. Lauren Allen looking to create width down this right-hand side. It falls now to Lauren Allen, but it's picked off. They've done a really good job so far at isolating some of those key players for New Lambton. And here they go on the attack. Do the Magpies. Pountney. Dink to the back post. Salvador leaves it. Might forward to Stapleford, who lets it roll for another Maitland corner. So Letty Dag to stand over this one. A few Maitland players making their runs. This one into a very dangerous area. Pountney just couldn't get the final touch. Still might yet fall. Dag gets inside of a couple defenders. Well, I'll tell you what, they were blessed to have the home final here, Maitland. They are absolutely turning it on for their fans.
And they're taking advantage of it as well. They're starting to really stretch New Lambton, got this opportunity from getting in those wide areas and in behind defence as well.
Is there a number 3 to come before half-time? Allen wins it off their former teammate in Stapleford. Now it's with Nadavic, who might line this one up for a cross. Decides to reset through Will O'Neill. Little touch was a nice one from the Nadavic. She looks to get it back on the follow-up, but coming across there was Gosling and just puts it out of play to allow New Lambton to set back in. They're just struggling so far. New Lambton at winning the ball back when Maitland have possession. Here's Morley. Clouds to Poutney. Morley to her defensive partner in Gosnott. Shifting New Lambton around the Magpies. It's now they've burst forward. It's the goal scorer who got things underway, Neil. Slipping it through. Amers to the back post. And it can't find Stapleford. But again, so patient with the ball. That final product just wasn't there on that occasion.
Yeah, and you can see as soon as they lose it, they are so quick to win it back, and it's so dangerous because then they've beaten a player and got them out of the game. And it's just New Lambton is struggling to hold the ball, and once they win it, Maitland are just on top of them and just winning it back straight away.
I think it's sort of been the way they've loved to play their football all season. A massive credit to the coaching staff in Maitland as well for what they're doing this season. You can see the clear identity as to how they want to play.
Yep, they've never set out as going to sit and hold and absorb pressure. They've always been going to win it back high and quickly.
A massive reason into why they are where they are, as this might fall for Poutney, who takes aim. Had some venom behind it, but strong hands from Isabella White between the sticks for New Lambton, who has had a tough day so far. Can the Golden Needles find a spark? Andrews has been quite isolated to start this game, and I'd say as has Lauren Allen as well. Lambton, though, haven't seen much ball down this end of the field. And next out, we will have a very early substitution. Cass Davis looks set to come onto the field for New Lambton. That to come next is Salvador to Allen. Do New Lambton have a goal before she can get introduced? That one through the legs. It requires clearing from the Nadavic, and that will take us maybe the next out of play. That will continue for now, so maybe the next out of play, which might be now. Andrews has kept that one in. Morley can clear, and this one just in front of where the substitute is about to come on, and that is Cass Davis. And she will come onto the field down that left-hand side. For looks to be Kimberly Trafford. So an interesting one, Serena, as to where New Lambton sort of play now. It looks like they might change dynamics. We'll get back to that in a sec. Allen now, sending it in. Andrews was there ready for the header. Might fall to Franklin, who takes a shot. That one rolling into the hands. So how do New Lambton go about their business now with Cass Davis coming onto the field?
Yeah, it looks like they're able now to push Pickett out onto the left wing, where I've seen her most of this season, and Cass into that 10 role where she usually plays for New Lambton. So more similar to where they started for their game last week and how they set up. but not sure if this was always the plan, if Cass is on timed minutes. We know she's been injured the last 12 months or struggling with injuries. She only played the first 45 last week, so I'll hand it over to you while they're on the attack.
Maitland on the front foot, as they usually always are. Dag to Dunbabin. Stapleford looking for a teammate in support. Threading it through to Dag. Stapleford now fashions across, which goes to the front stick. Everyone's left it for New Lambton. It just needed a Maitland play to make contact. So Cass Davis looks to be sitting in that 10 role like you mentioned. Montana Quick and Franklin sitting a little bit deeper in the middle for the Golden Eagles as Maitland shifting the ball, but they've turned this over. Very rarely do you see that as the two experienced players in Davis and Andrews combined. Andrews now looking for another one of the experienced players for the Golden Eagles in Allen. And that's a free kick following the contact from Lawson.
The introduction of Davis, you'd hope, will help them be able to keep the possession between the lines. We haven't seen a lot of connection from the back line to the midfield to the front line. They've sort of been skipping that midfield, so hopefully it'll help them keep the ball throughout.
That little shot there from Poutney needed a deflection from a New Lambton defender, and now a set piece from a different side, which Dag will go across the take. And Nardovic is presenting the option, just in case there was a chance to go short. Looks like Dag will keep her there for now, just in case they do utilise a rehearsed move. Dag tricks everyone, sends it to Nardovic on her left foot, is able to send it to Clowes. Nardovic back to Dag. New Lambton's defence caught in all places and it needed a touch from White. A crucial punch, but only at the cost of another corner.
Hopefully that save gives White some confidence. It was a good punch. The last one that Poutney shot, she saved as well. So hopefully she's getting a bit more comfortable, and she is making some good saves for New Lambton now and settles more into the game.
Well, New Lambton really need to dig in here as we approach half-time. Maitland on the hunt for a third. Andrews heads it away. Allen's back doing defensive duties and clears it away for now. Maitland will undoubtedly come again through Nardovic to Amos, who rolls the challenge there of Trappett. Having to be forced backwards is Georgia Amos. Combines with Nardovic, who goes all the way back to Neil. Amos being afforded a lot of space to try and cut in on the right-hand side, and that one, another corner. They are absolutely peppering him, the Maitland. This time the Nardovic again positioned just outside the edge of the box and unmarked as well. Dag spots that but decides to send it in. Dunbabin gets a touch. They're knocking on the door. Maitland, but it's cleared away. Nardovic's headers need some chasing from Morley. Keeps it in. Stapleford can't beat the challenge of Allen. And the last touch came off the Maitland attacker right in front of the Maitland dugout. Gosling now needing to thump it forward, and that she does. The Nardovic's header couldn't find its intended target. So if you are just joining us on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel, Maitland producing the football that they have over the course of the regular season, translating that to the final series now. Neil and Nanardovic with the goals for the home side, which leaves Craig Atkins and New Lambton with plenty of work to do. But certainly they have the firepower. Gosner picks it off. Looks for Amos, but it had a little bit too much speed on it. Now it's with Pickett. Franklin lofting it forward. Gosner had to clear. Davis can shoot from distance. Cass Davis, she looks for a teammate in Allen. They're looking for something here, New Lambton. Dunbabin's back doing her defensive duties. Davis edged out by Nanardovic. Dag's little flick. Oh, that is incredible. And now Maitland can burst on the break. There's options left and right. Nanardovic, the preferred option, goes to Stapleford. Running at defenders now. Beats Salvador. Sends it across. And Isabella White, after a few panic moments earlier in the game, she's certainly been good ever since and claims that one.
So clever from Dag to start that defence. But another great ball from Nanardovic in behind for Stapleford, and a good opportunity for Maitland again.
How important is it that New Lambton just hold out before the break, because I guess the third goal becomes a huge mountain to climb.
Yeah, definitely. If they can keep them to 2-0 at half-time, it will definitely keep them in the game. I think they just need to figure out their back line when they're stepping up and when they're holding. Maitland's just finding some gaps, especially in those wide areas behind their fullbacks.
It all shapes up to be a massive second half, which you can catch live and free on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel, as is the case for all the final series, which are fast approaching. Got the men's semi-final one as well, Broomena Magic and Western Bears. Plenty of action to come between now and the end of the season. Stapleford clears. Last touch off Salvador, which earns Maitland a throw-in.
Good little touch from Poutney to find Dunbabin.
Well worked, and Dunbabin driving forward. Under pressure from Davis. Good tracking back though from Cass Davis. Just struggling to find Tara Andrews. Oh, New Lambton, here she is again, trying to pick it up. Neil thumps it forward, Dag flicks it on. Confusion. Poutney can bear down on goal and shoot from distance. He's at the pick of the lot this afternoon. Renee Poutney from distance grabs Maitland's third, and they are cruising here on home turf.
What a fantastic goal from Renee. Not only the technique to keep it down, but the effort she went to win the ball off the two centre-backs and turn them. That was fantastic.
Nanardovic or Poutney, which one are you taking? Both pretty good strikes.
I think I'm giving it to Poutney at the moment.
They've scored some pretty incredible goals across the course of the regular season, Maitland. I'm sure their highlight reel come the end of the season is going to be absolutely incredible. Even the goals that haven't been from long distance, some of them have been really, really well worked moves.
Yeah, well team-worked moves all the way from the back up to the front. They just play some great football.
It's been a joy to watch them throughout the season in New Lambton. Now their task becomes just a little bit more difficult. We mentioned the importance of holding them out before the break. Maitland, though, aren't done yet. Poutney. Stapleford making the run, being tracked down by Franklin. Stapleford to send it in. White should comfortably claim, and she does. Nanardovic straight away picks it back off.
It's just that instant win back, isn't it? And now it's relentless in the attack.
And it's safe to say they're not slowing down the Magpies. Amos to Dunbabin, to Dag. Had options there, and Nanardovic decides to use Neil. They just trust one another so well. This Maitland side, they're always happy to reset. through the likes of Morley and Gosner, as we saw there. Davis now picks it off. Sending it out to the left-hand side. New Lambton looking for a spark from somewhere. They might get it yet. Davis, Allen timed her run nicely, but the pass couldn't find the target. But here they come again. Through Pickett. Allen can't get to it. Morley clears.
But that's probably the third time now Davis has been able to win it back in the midfield for New Lambton and have been able to start something because they've won it higher up the pitch. So you can see the difference she's made since coming on.
Well, that's a free kick, undoubtedly. No bookings so far this afternoon by the referee, but this presents a golden opportunity. As you can see, Tara Andrews in the box, and it looks like it'll be sent in by Cass Davis. And this is a massive opportunity to gain some confidence heading into half-time. Cass Davis's deliveries are usually on the mark. Can she find a teammate in support here to pull one back for New Lambton? Sent in by Davis. It's a great move, and it's in the back of the net. New Lambton, they do grab one back. And it's Cass Davis. I'm not sure who got the final touch in the end. It just sailed through Annabella Thornton. And New Lambton have a lifeline.
That was a well-taken free kick by Cass. I think I'd even credit Davis with that one. And crucial too, like going in now, only 2 down at the half, very important. And yeah, you can see, as I said, the difference she's made since coming on.
It's been massive and no clean sheet able this afternoon. So New Lambton get one back. And the game is back on. Now just having to settle back into shape. Set pieces, we knew that was going to be a massive ask for Maitland to hold New Lambton out there, especially when you have Davis standing over it in such a dangerous position for a right footer. Can Maitland respond back with a goal of their own? Dag to Amos. Amos down the right-hand side. Looking to fashion a cross. Uses Dag as a dummy. Trying to cut it back to Nenadovich, and she can't. Now New Lambton can burst forward. Andrews sending Salvador on a run down the right-hand side. Chased down by Stapleford. Still able to get the better of her. Davis can't find the pass. That one sent nearly into the crowd. And you can certainly see that the New Lambton bench have grown in confidence after that goal as well. Sent forward now for Morley. Davis chasing. Positive end to the half for New Lambton. Safe to say, though, they aren't done just yet. Allen lining up the throw-in. Able to find Davis, who's protecting the ball well for now. They're just looking to win potentially a corner here. New Lambton sent in by Allen, cleared by Morley. Likewise from Dag. Franklin to Salvador. Salvador to Davis, who's edged out of it by Sophie Nenadovich, and now Amos can turn on the afterburners. Down the right-hand side, up against Trappett, who cleverly flicks it over the top of Maitland's right winger. And now looks to burst forward, but great defensive duties there from Dunbabin. And now Maitland are back onto the front foot. Here's Amos. Pountney can't find Dunbabin, but there's plenty of space opening up. Got options down the left-hand side. Dag sending over the top. That one just had a little bit too much on it.
A good intensity from New Lambton after that goal. I think that has sparked them up a bit, and they're showing some promise in attack and starting to connect a bit more between the lines.
I guess they're probably the side that will head in the half-time break with plenty of work to do, but also with plenty of confidence knowing if they can pull the next goal back, they could cause a massive boil over in the second half. That's still to come. But as we continue here, Allen sent through on goal. Just had a little bit too much speed for Lauren Allen, who loves getting in beyond the defence and trying to track down the pass. It's had a quick made contact with it now. New Lambton come forward. Morley misses it, but Kananovic there to pick it up. And that is all we have for you in the first half here at Cook Square Park. The Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's Northern New South Wales final series, and it has certainly delivered. Serena Maitland got off to a flying start, but how much confidence can New Lambton take heading into the second half?
Yeah, I think they should be confident in what they can produce. They can show that they can get one back, and I don't think that will be the end of their attacking and maybe goals. So I think they should definitely hold their head high, and they can keep in this.
It's safe to say there is plenty more to come in this second half. We'll take a short break here on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. But at the break, it's Maitland FC 3, New Lambton 1.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
Car, visit the team at Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrated vehicles with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
Visit the team at Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrator vehicles, with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
pens. Yeah, it goes to pens.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to say legs, but I'm terrible at tipping, so. No, Joe is on it with one of the new commentators. Yeah. Jets get back to it. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I assume like if they're playing today, they'll all come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think they went once.
Okay. Maybe both. Yeah.
They must have won. They wouldn't have broadcast.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, firstly, that they're actually in Gold Coast. Are we all good to go back on whenever? Are we all good to go back on whenever? Or is there a certain...
I'll message again.
Well, a massive welcome back to Cook Square Park for this major semi in the Cardiff Motor Group. NPL Women's Northern New South Wales at the break. Maitland 3, Lambton 1, heading into this second 45, which promises so many twists to come from a Maitland perspective. They got things going early on with O'Neill, Sophie Nenardovic, and Renee Pountney scoring for the home side before what we think is a Cass Davis free kick, which pulled a goal back for New Lambton. So a massive second half to come. I'm Harry Scovey, joined by Serena Carter for this one. Serena, Maitland are 45 minutes away from another grand final. How do they approach this second half?
I think they just keep to their game plan, how they've already been playing this first half. I think keep disciplined and patient. I think when they've been patient in their build-up and been able to find the gaps in the midfield and in the wide areas and in behind the defence, they've been very good. They've been able to stretch out New Lambton, and that's how they've found those pockets in all those areas. So I think don't rush it. Don't feel like they need to get another one or two early on. I think just keep playing the ball around, keep getting those key players on the ball, and they'll continue to succeed.
You can see Sienna Fraser-Kelly of New Lambton FC, who is sidelined for today's clash, just urging her team on in this second 45. New Lambton ended the first half on a positive note. They want their fans who have made the trip today to really get behind them this second half, otherwise they will have to do it the long way and face the winner of tomorrow's clash, which you can obviously catch live and free on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel between Lake Macquarie and Broadmeadow Magic. That one coming to you at 4 p.m. But as the afternoon sun sets over Cook Square Park, it's a lead which Maitland have a little bit of breathing room so far. But no, there is plenty of work still to be done in this second 45 of football. And Nardovic gives Davis a little shove. Allen dropping it back. A fast start from the visitors. Andrews can't get the ball under control. Salvador looking for options, finds Lauren Allen. Franklin sending it through. A nice spin from Davis. Can shoot from distance. Can Cass Davis. Decides to look for a teammate in Andrews, and Maitland can burst down the right-hand side through Georgia Amos. Looks for Pountney in behind. It's picked off.
Promising for New Lambton the start of this first half, already connecting, getting on the ball, getting into that front third. So it's a good start for them for this second half.
Certainly have come out of the gates quite quick. They'll be hoping for more of the same as the half progresses. Here's Davis. Pick it back to Cass Davis, who gets inside in the Nardovic, and one of Maitland's goal scorers today does make contact with Cass Davis, and similar to the first half, which saw New Lambton pull a goal back just on the cusp of half-time, they now have another chance to do so through Davis here.
Possibly the identical position to the first half, this free kick being taken where Davis scored.
Well, it's pretty certain that the delivery is going to be on point. Can she find a teammate is the question.
And can Maitland deal with it better?
As we said, the delivery a nice one. Andrews can't make contact. Pinball in the box, just looking to be turned home. Franklin can't win it, and now New Lambton have to go from attack to defence as Stapleford bursts forward but decides to reset through Clowes, who plays in the middle, and so much space now for the Nardovic to drive forward. Combines with Stapleford, but picked off by Salvador. An energetic start to the second half of the visitors. Now it's Allen down the right-hand side. Up against Clowes. Clever footwork from Allen. Davis can't make contact with it and not prevented from being a corner, so it is a corner for the Golden Eagles.
New Lambton have done much better at winning the ball back quickly this first half, and it's why it's given them so many more opportunities. It's great to see.
Allen wasting no time in getting this corner sent through. Might fall at the back post, and Franklin couldn't turn it home. And those are the chances that New Lambton know they must take in this second half.
Especially all those balls so far into Maitland's box have not been well dealt with through either side, I would say. So it's been quite a scramble, and good job from New Lambton to get them in there.
It's now Andrews inside a defender. Oh, it's off the post. Craig Atkins, you can see the disappointment on his face. In a game that is going to be about taking your chances, New Lambton goes so close through Tara Andrews. And that is what she's so clever at doing. Inside the box, just turning away from defenders. And nearly making this game within a goal. But already you can see some of New Lambton's attackers seeing more of the ball than what they did in that first 45. It'd be a pretty incredible fight back from New Lambton if they are to get back on level terms. Plenty of work to do up until then. Here's Allen to Davis. Over the top, it beats Morley. Allen, she's through on goal, has options at the back post. She beats the challenge of Morley, but not for a second time of asking. Franklin now from range, she takes aim. Neal finding Georgia Amos. This game's starting to open up, Serena.
Yeah, definitely. Both sides trying to get on the attack quickly. But I'm sorry, I was thinking about, I don't know how Morley even got back then on Allen to deny her twice. Allen's one of the fastest players in this league, so for her to get beaten and then get back and win it, Morley did an incredible job then.
It's been incredible at the back for Maitland this season. Here comes Dag. Scored a goal last week in the final game of the regular round. Penalty from the spot. And you can see some Maitland players warming up on the bench. They've got the luxury of bringing on the likes of Sienna Frost. So many players. Natalia O'Driscoll as well. Hope Clare, who made the move across mid-season. But I can confirm Charlie O'Connor is not in the squad today. She was the only change from the side that beat Adamstown last week. And Gosner taking her place. Gosner in the box, but Maitland work it short. Nanavic to Dag. Dag driving through inside of a couple of defenders, but can't beat Salvador. And it will be another corner the way of the home side. Will they go short again, the Magpies, or will they go in the box? Dags looking like she'll send it that way. This one, high into the air. Maitland looking to make contact with it. It'll fall back to Morley. Stapleford. Maitland working this nicely. Morley can send it to the back post. Free header. It's in fact off the foot of Amos. And into the back of the net. Maitland restore that breathing room. And Georgia Amos grabs yet another for the season. Her 12th. And Maitland make it 4-1.
Great first time finish by Amos. Great well-timed run into the box. But wouldn't be the person you'd think that would deliver it. Jane Morley with the ball from the left-hand side. It wasn't at pinpoint. That was excellent.
That is what Maitland needed, and probably fair to say against the run of play as well. New Lambton has some promising attacks down both sides. But I said it, this game is a game of taking your chances, and Maitland do that. And now the task becomes even harder for New Lambton to fight back. Davis now at the top. New Lambton looking for an immediate response. So it now takes Georgia Amos to 12 goals for the season. Nine behind their leading goal scorer in Pountney. As now Allen sends it across. Not fully claimed by Thornton. That should be a corner and is. So still hope for New Lambton. Allen was thinking of going short to trap it. She'll send this one into the box. It's to the edge. Salvador Andrews. Davis makes a bit of contact with it. Now Maitland can burst forward. Amos only with Stapleford in support. Those two have combined really well for Maitland this season. And here comes Pountney making her run to the back post. Stapleford is looking to get across away, but Trappett was there to intervene. Now Davis. Maitland seemed to lift after they score. Serena, it's been a case of towards the back end of the first half when New Lambton grabbed their goal, they lift. And now Maitland grab another goal and they seem to be on top.
Definitely, and for Maitland now, the challenge will be managing the game when they lift, when they are patient, when they build up.
Well, it's a 3-on-2 at the back here. Stapleford, she has options on both sides. It goes to the back post and nearly spilt there by White. There was two options to pick out there for Stapleford. Decided to go to the back post through Amos. Was Pountney the right option there?
I'm not sure if she picked out Pountney or Amos. I think it was a dangerous ball in, but Salvador's always tracking back, even if she's a 2v1, and probably did enough to confuse the Maitland attackers, and then White could come in and clean up. She was in a good position off a line enough to intervene.
Now it's with Salvador.
Oh, sorry, was it Salvador or trap it.
I think it was Salvador.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Molly, if I'm trying to take that off you and give it to Bree.
It's back up the other end now as New Lambton, who, as it stands, will face the winner of tomorrow's winner between Lake Macquarie and Broadmeadow Magic. New Lambton have certainly taken confidence from these last few weeks. As you mentioned earlier in the first half, 10 goals last week against Newcastle Olympic, 4 the week before against Lake Macquarie. They've also picked up wins like 4-0 over Adamstown, that 2-1 win against Maitland. They've, alongside Maitland, have been the in-form team of this competition, and it's always a great battle when these two meet. But as it stands, it is advantage Maitland for now. New Lambton with another set piece. Andrews positioned in between the two defence of Neil and Nenadavic. Thornton nearly spills it, does well to hold on, and immediately looks to start an attack for the Magpies. Shouts for handball there, nothing given. Nenadavic can thread it over the top nicely. Neil can't get a touch, and Gosling sends that one into the stands.
That cross was better dealt with by Maitland that time. The last few, they've let a few bounce in there. They haven't attacked it first time, so for Thorn to get her hands on that one, even if she drops it, it's better to see.
Maitland again on the front foot. So dangerous in these positions as Stapleford onto her left foot. Saved initially, and Amos slips at the vital moment. She stays on her feet there. It could have been 5. Still might be as they continue to pepper New Lambton's defence. Nenadavic into Dag, under pressure by Allen. Didn't see it coming, but she still beats the challenge of Lauren Allen. Sets it back out to her midfield partner. Nenadavic just a little bit heavy, invites Neil to track it down, which she does. Stayed in, but it can be cleared well and truly by Gemma Lawson, who made the move across from Broadmeadow Magic. Has built a strong relationship at the back with Gosling. Now Andrews. Bit of a shirt grab there from Gosner. There's plenty of space down the left-hand side. If Franklin can recognise the space, she feeds it through to Allen. And well read there. Coming across was Elizabeth Clowes. Every Maitland player just seems to know their role so well in this team under Ben Horgan.
And Clowes has been excellent this game. She's up against a A-League winger, and she's done very well against her. Allen hasn't been able to get on the ball many times. Those balls over the top, Clowes has been able to win quite a few times. I've been very impressed with her this game.
Yeah, I agree. She's someone that certainly stood out from Maitland from a defensive perspective.
Especially with fullback not being her preferred position. She's come out of the Jets Academy as a centre-back, been asked to play left fullback for Maitland, and she's done a very good job this season.
Certainly has filled the shoes really well. Lawson sends it forward ambitiously. They've turned over possession. Have New Lambton. Now they have to be wary of the counter-attack, which Amos is just looking to get in behind. Dag getting it forward. Was Amos coming back from her offside position? She was. So it is time for Maitland to head to their bench this afternoon. And it is the two players that have had such a significant impact on the way their season has gone. Dunbabin and Amos to leave the field. And coming onto the field is Sienna Frost and Natalia O'Driscoll. Sienna Frost, a player who certainly loves to run at defences. O'Driscoll gets through plenty of work in the centre of midfield. Two subs that will just add fresh energy for Maitland.
Yeah, and I think their efforts have been recognised this year. They've both been picked in the Northern New South Wales Football All-Stars extended squad. Probably the only two players coming off the bench that you'd see picked in that squad. But just shows how strong Maitland is in their depth, that even players that can't get a starter being picked in that squad. So credit to them and all that they've shown this season to show how strong and talented they are.
Yeah, for sure. And just touching on that, those squads picked, which you can view on the Northern New South Wales football socials. So good to see plenty of players across multiple teams picked for that exciting challenge, which is set to take part later in the year. As this ball over the top, searching for Davis. Morley misses it, but it'll fall to Thornton. So O'Driscoll previously within the Jets and Mariners Academy. Sienna Frost just coming through the ranks here at Maitland and started the year really, really well. Had moments in the starting team, and then undoubtedly so tricky to break into the starting team when you've got a front three of Stableford, Pountney and Amos. Here she is on the ball there, just going to get inside of Gosling. Seven goals to her name this season, Sienna Frost. Gemma Lawson now looking for targets down the right-hand side. A little slip from Salvador, but she picks it back up for Stableford. Picks it back up for Maitland. Stableford played a little bit of left-back last weekend in their win against Adamstown, and here she goes forward. First touch from Frost. Picked off. And picked off again. Bernardovic threading it through. Now it's with Trappett, who beats the challenge of Bernardovic, has options left and right, sends it down the right-hand side. And now slip through, great chance here for Andrews, gets the right side of goal, doesn't get a touch on it though. Thornton comes out, and she's done really well there, the Maitland keeper.
Yeah, great intervention from Thornton to come out and win that ball. I've got to touch on Trappett though. She's made two great interventions, got on the ball and started that play for them. I thought that was really good football from her and a great effort.
Pickett now down the left. Davis. Bernardovic clears. Now Stableford. It's been a good battle down that right-hand side between her and Molly Salvador. Always is a good battle when Salvador's in action. Now Davis beats the challenge of O'Driscoll. New Lambton need a goal quickly. Morley, though, is able to clear. Montana quick. Thinking about a shot, threading it through to Davis. Can't beat that defensive wall from the Magpies. Allen sends it in. It's into the air for Andrews to nod to ground. But Josie Morley's able to clear. Franklin picks it off. Great chance here for Davis, who made good contact with the shot and quick twice to do likewise. By that one over the line, you can hear the shouts from the New Lambton bench. Composure there is what Craig Atkins is asking. New Lambton seem to be preparing a few reinforcements. Josie Fisher getting a few instructions off Craig Atkins. All in now for Maitland. It's asking a lot of Davis and Andrews to press for New Lambton. And now forces Gosner out wide. Neil can't find Frost. Now with Pickett, who looked to slip it through to Andrews. Now looks for Lauren Allen, but that one rolling into the hands of Thornton. I feel like that fourth goal really hurt New Lambton because they were certainly in the game heading into this second half, but they've just lost their momentum going forward, Serena.
Yeah, and you can see that's why Atkins is yelling out about composure. They're rushing to try and get that goal, which they have to rush to try and get it, but you can see that rushing is maybe making the wrong decisions. So getting a bit of composure, hopefully they settle down and start making some better decisions.
Josie Fisher to be introduced in the next stoppage of play. Maitland starting to get into their groove going forward. Lambton have had moments, but that final product has been off at times, especially when they get into the final third. Here goes Allen. Doing it herself, Lauren Allen and Stapleford. Tracking back to number 20's going at it there. Clouds winning out on that occasion. Now it falls for Franklin. Lauren Allen now, a little flick, can't find Davis. O'Driscoll with Morley. Out now to Talia Gosnell. Thornton back to Gosnell. Those back four of Maitland, including Thornton, have a real good understanding. As Dag, you can see her intention there, just trying to use the dummy and let it run for Poutney. Maitland's midfield getting through a lot of work. Here's O'Driscoll. Poutney. Back to O'Driscoll, who makes an advanced forward run up against Franklin. O'Driscoll cutting inside, gets some contact, then shoots on the follow-up, and it just rises over the bar. Tell you what, if she might have went to ground there might have been some half-hearted shouts for a penalty there on O'Driscoll, but now that substitution will take place. And Montana Quick is the one to depart for New Lambton. She'll be replaced by Josie Fisher.
Looks like they'll push Fisher to left back, pushing Trappett into the midfield. I've seen Trappett play almost every position for New Lambton this year, so she'll be a really attacking threat if they can get her on the ball through the centre of the midfield.
It's only been the two changes for New Lambton so far. They don't have too much depth to turn to on that bench. Obviously, Nia Bradley's still there, Rebecca Johnson as well.
But both playing minutes in reserve grade, which was also a very good contest, 3-2 to Maitland in the end. But both playing very strongly, and I think they played the full 90 or full 80.
Yeah, you see that a lot, especially with Adamstown, who are probably a prime example of that, playing their reserve grade players. Here's Nanatovic, who takes aim from range. It goes in the goal, but the wrong one. The goal that's set up for the Maitland juniors, who are enjoying their day out. It's always great to see when Maitland have home games here at Cook Square Park, the amount of juniors that do show up. And for anyone interested, they are back home tomorrow. The Maitland men's team taking on the Edgeworth Eagles. Huge clash, that one. Gosling now. Fisher's first touch into the contest is a pass back to her captain. Now it's Pickett, who's shown great energy in this second half. Allen looking to use the line to advantage. Lauren Allen bursting forward down the right-hand side for New Lambton. And the final product wasn't there. It forced Thornton, I was going to say, into a save. She sort of stretched out with the leg and over for a corner. Sophie Stapleford, she's got through a lot of work for Maitland this afternoon. Even that instance there, she was sprinting back to join the defence. Allen's ball. It's a rehearsed move A few flick-ons, and Andrews made contact with it. Just didn't have enough power to get it towards goal, and now they have to be mindful because Maitland break forward, and they do it very quickly. Frost searching for O'Driscoll, those two substitutes with a good passage of play there. Two substitutes that have been very handy for Ben Horgan this season. He's nailed through the legs of Franklin. Looking for Stapleford on the far side. Salvador looking to get it on her right foot. Picked off. Back with Lambton's right back to Allen. Allen goes to ground. That's sure to be a free kick. Coming across to take it is Gosling. And the time is ticking for New Lambton. The Golden Eagles, who have been so good throughout the regular season, look to be set to go again next week for a spot in the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's Northern New South Wales Grand Final, which will be played on the 12th of September at Darling Street Oval. Sent over the top now, inviting Pountney to chase. It's a foot race between her and Gosling. Pountney gets the right side of Gosling, but a crucial touch over the line sees Maitland with yet another corner, which Dag makes her way across now to take. Maitland just looking for the icing on the cake to round off things here at home. You can see Stapleford and the Nidavik just sitting deep in case it spills to them. Morley at the back post. Who can Dag pick out? This one, unfortunately, won't make its way into the box. That's very much unlike an Elodie Dag set piece.
Maitland don't seem to be taking their foot off the pedal, though. They're still pressing. They're still wanting more goals, and continuing to win that ball back quickly.
Yeah, they certainly are. Interesting to see if they do have any more goals in them this afternoon. Just the amount of records they broke this season in general. But they'll know that there is still one more job to do, as they set out at the start of the season. Obviously already won the State Cup as well, winning that final 5-0 over Broadmeadow Magic. HMRI Charity Shield went their way as well after they beat Chelsea and Missouri. That was the first glimpse we got to see of the way Ben Horgan wants to structure this side. And you could tell from that opening game that they were going to be an incredible side to watch this season, especially going forward. And just the creative plays they have at their disposal. And defensively, very, very sound as well. There's a slip there from Frost, but she manages to pick it back up. Neil now deciding to slip it forward to the Nidavik, who has the bursting run of Sienna Frost. Goes in field to Dag. Dag to O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll inside of Salvador, releasing Stapleford down the left. This was a well-worked move by Maitland, which doesn't have a final product, but it does have a corner for the home side. Maitland looking for another goal to round off the afternoon. They're on the hunt for more. Dag beats everyone at the back post. O'Driscoll still chasing hard and forcing Clearance there from Pickett. Neil now looking for options to support. Finds it in Frost, but it's picked off by Franklin. Franklin sends it forward. And it's been a frustrating afternoon for New Lambton. More importantly for Tara Andrews up top, who just hasn't unfortunately had the service she would have liked. And that trend, she still hasn't scored against Maitland this season. It's fair to say she's scored against pretty much nearly every other team in the competition.
Yeah, she's such a strong and experienced player, but I think that shows Maitland's strength, their backline. They've done so well to keep her out this game, keep not that many scoring opportunities from New Lambton. Just the only goal they're able to score was from that free kick, not from play. So I think a credit to Maitland's backline, especially the back two, keeping Tara quiet and diminishing those scoring opportunities today.
Yeah, you're spot on. We often give the attack a lot of applause for the way they go about their business going forward, but like I said, I think everyone in this team knows their job really, really well, and defence should also be a massive part in that, and it is. Neil now. Pass picked off by Andrews. Is there something for New Lambton to give to their fans to cheer about? Allen twisting this way and that. Goes down inside the box. Only half-hearted shout, so Maitland thumped it away. Gemma Lawson now on the ball. Sending it across to Gosling. Gosling back through Isabella White. And here comes the Maitland press. Even late on into the contest, they're still very much organised without the ball. Franklin retreats and it's able to be sent forward now. Contact made by Gosner and O'Driscoll now. Gosner looking for the pass. It's picked off by Pickett as this game draws to a close. New Lambton still on the hunt to pull one back. Davis slipping it through, nearly favoured. Andrew did the bounce. Frost now in a battle with Davis. She's done well to find Anatovic. And now they slip it through to Dag. And Stableford's time to run. She's forced wider than she would have liked. Has to chase this one down up against Salvador. Good strength shown by Stableford, but no free kick given. Cass Davis now pressing for New Lambton. Good to see her returning to the field nonetheless, Serena, despite the result here this afternoon. We might get back to that because Pountney is on the front foot for Maitland. Looking to slip it through, but cleared by Lawson. So Cass Davis back into this New Lambton side. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, how important she is for them, but how important she's going to be in terms of experience as well as guiding the side around.
Yeah, you can see they don't just look for her in what she brings in her football skills, but you can see they trust her and lift when she's on the field because she brings so much knowledge, and I think they want to play well for her as well. Like, she's a club captain, she's done so much in her career. they want to support her when she comes onto the field. So you can see that mentality shift when she plays for them.
Even when she came on early into that first half, I think they were immediately straight onto the attack. And talking about substitutions, it's time for Maitland now to make one of their own. Hope Clerk comes onto the field in replace of Sophie Nanadovic, who has again been incredible with and without the ball for Maitland. She leaves the field. Clerk comes on, who's been pretty handy to have in the middle of the park. She'll slot into midfield 3 of Dag and O'Driscoll as Maitland edging towards victory. Here is O'Driscoll finding a pocket of space for Frost, who beats the challenge of Fisher. Frost bursting down on goal and shooting from range, and it goes in. Sienna Frost grabs her goal. She's deserved it since coming onto the field. That is the icing on the cake for Maitland. And the youngster grabs Maitland's 5th and makes it Maitland FC 5. The Lambton Eagles 1.
Maitland FC 5, Lambton 1.
Well, she certainly deserved her goal. Takes her to 8 for the season. An effort that probably could have been handled by White. Unfortunately, I think that skim of the surface just got the better of the New Lambton keeper. And Maitland bring up 5 in this game. Now it's O'Driscoll. They aren't done yet. The Magpies. It's Pountney looking to get inside of Lawson. Clear contact, and that might be the first booking of the game, and it's taken all the way up near full time for it to occur. Gemma Lawson goes into the book, and some concern here over Renee Pountney as Maitland physio Amy Walson's called into action for the first time this afternoon. She was through on goal there, Pountney, if there was no contact.
Yeah, it was a great run from Pountney, showing her speed down that left-hand side. She was going to have a bit of a tough job, though, delivering the ball in. Frost was making her way down to try and get in there. But it's unfortunate to see the clip and her not getting to her feet very quickly.
Well, she was taken off last week in that clash against Adamstown. Precautionary. Had a couple of occasions this year, Pountney, where she's been taken off just after the half-time mark, or just shy of the hour mark in particular. And you can see the New Lambton plays, as well as Maitland, coming together. New Lambton back to the drawing board next week. Maitland off to yet another grand final.
Maitland do have Williams and Johnson waiting in the wings in case they're needed. Ready to go off their reserve grade win. They were very strong in that one. SJ getting on the score sheet, so we'll see if they are required.
Maybe even a double substitution as well, as both slowly make their way towards the halfway line.
But might be Schofield and Williams, and might have to wait to see Johnson.
As we mentioned, Sophie Johnson playing a big role in Maitland's reserve grade this season. Hasn't tasted too much first grade football. Georgie Williams, on the other hand, does get the usual cameo of just around 10 minutes. And this does not look great for Renee Pountney. Maitland know they've got one game left in the season, one huge game left. in the season, and they will closely manage that Renee Pountney injury, which doesn't look to be a good one. Schofield on. Georgie Williams on as well. So Maitland on the hunt for a sixth. Will they find it? It's towards Gosner. Doesn't take a nick off a New Lambton defender, so out for a goal kick.
And I think Neil must have snuck off in those substitutions.
So just a reminder, Schofield and Williams onto the field. Pountney leaving the field, as well as Willow Neal. So Pountney looks like she's headed straight for the dressing room. So hopefully everything's all good on that front. Clare to Williams. Nice interchange of play there by the youngsters. And now Williams is sent on a run down the right-hand side. Frost and Stapleford to aim at. Williams sending it through, but great defending, tracking back there from Fisher. That goal kick didn't find its mark, and Schofield nearly kept it in play. Now they're very aggressive without the ball. The Maitland side. Fisher sending it forward. Andrews can't get on the end of it. It's been a tough day for Tara Andrews. But like you said, Serena, massive hats off to the back four, in particular the back two from Maitland in Morley and Gosner. Cass Davis now edged out by Williams, who just sends it forward, but finds Gosling, who switches it to Lawson. Lambton pushing the ball around. Fisher to Davis. Davis inside of Clare. Has Franklin down the line, but a great interception there. Davis looking to get things going straight away. Gosner to Dag, and there's plenty of space for Maitland as they go forward once again. O'Driscoll finds Sienna Frost. A little touch forward is a nice one. It just can't find Stapleford. And well, we've said it all game, Serena, but Molly Salvador has been absolutely everywhere for New Lambton.
Yeah, she reads the game so well. She's always tracking back. She puts in the effort. She's an excellent defender for New Lambton.
Well, Maitland aren't done just yet. They will have another chance, this time from the corner spot, and despite being ahead by a comfortable margin, the two centre-backs will come forward on hunt for a sixth goal, which would round off a perfect night in finals football for the Magpies. They break that streak of never winning a major semi, and haven't they done it in style? Dag to take. Gosner couldn't make contact with it. O'Driscoll, as well as Stapleford, coming forward, but it's sent out of harm's way. Williams' touch is forced backwards. Clouds driving forward, a bit of friendly fire there as she hits her teammate in Williams. Clare to O'Driscoll. Both have plenty of experience in and around academies. Thornton's pass. Nearly invited the run of Trappett, but she was able to recover on the follow-up.
You can see, I think there's some fatigue starting to set in for New Lambton. They've had to dig really deep today. Maitland have just been so good on the ball, moving it around so quickly, that they've had to defend really hard and work really hard today in New Lambton.
Williams, little feint, gets inside of Fisher. Now she drives forward. Good recovering back, though, from Josie Fisher. And Schofield now across to take the throw-in. And 3 minutes to be added on to finish things here at Cook Square Park. So 3 minutes for Maitland to potentially add another. And I'll tell you what, I think the temperature's dropped a lot as well. Serena, it's getting quite chilly here at Cook Square Park. There's a bit of confusion there. Clare to Gosner. Gosner forced back. Shifting the ball so nicely. And Maitland, they've played out of that well. Lauren Allen still tracking back for New Lambton. Now it's O'Driscoll, who gets inside of Cass Davis. It's been a good battle in the middle of the park since O'Driscoll entered the frame. And now it's a battle to win the ball back. It seems like it stayed in play. Cass Davis won out for New Lambton and wins the free kick, courtesy of Salvador.
Yeah, we're into the last minutes of the game, and Maitland is still playing the ball around so well. And they've got some of the best attackers in the league pressing them. Like, they've some of the quickest, strongest players, and they are just moving the ball so well. You can see how hard they practice and how well they know each other, and their technique is coming through just to be able to do those pinpoint passes to each other.
The amount of time they spend on the training ground, it would be interesting to watch because they are so well drilled. As Williams looks to keep this one from going out, she prevents it from doing so. Clare. Great tracking back again. Seconds after losing the ball, they win it back to Maitland. Davis lays it off to Trappett, who sends it out to Lawson. Field for Maitland Juniors out in support today. As you can hear the drum. Now Lawson can send it long. And Driscoll gets a touch. Game of headers there in the middle of the park. Now with Frost. Nudged off the ball, but they've kept it through Dag. Dag looking for Williams. It was an inviting pass. Couldn't thread it through. O'Driscoll now up against Allen. Allen to Lawson, who dumps it forward looking for Davis. Allen tries to prevent it from crossing the line, but it will be a Maitland throw-in. Maitland finishing what has been an incredible season on home turf at Cook Square. They might yet have a goal to give the fans. Stagg couldn't get the passes. There was some great tracking back. And there it is. Maitland are off to yet another grand final. A convincing display in this major semi-final. They absolutely ran dominant in this one, starting in that first half with a comfortable lead heading into the second. Serena, there were signs that New Lambton could definitely get back into this game, but Maitland's class prevailed in the end.
Yeah, I think you could see there was still some energy from the loss last time, and Maitland just did not want that to happen again. But there was some great football, great game to watch, but credit to Maitland in the end. They were just too strong in attack and in defence today. Maitland
run out winners. We wish them all the very best in the grand final. For New Lambton, though, it is back to the drawing board, and they will face the winner of tomorrow's clash between Lake Macquarie City FC and Broadmeadow Magic. That one at 4 p.m, live and free on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. But from myself, Harry Scobie and Serena Carter, massive thank you to you as always. It finishes here at Cook Square Park. Maitland FC 5, New Lambton Eagles 1. Did I use one of your paints? No. I used one of yours that gave it out. I was thinking about last week. can take that sheet if you want. I don't mind.
I'll take it all, I think. I don't know what I did with the last week. I'll keep with these notes.